So, as always, a total honour to be here with you guys. Taking a moment to settle yourself, perhaps sitting in a chair, perhaps sitting on the floor, maybe even lying down on your back. Wherever you can go to, just feel like your spine is very tall and strong. And then whatever parts of you are connecting to the floor or to the chair or to the wall behind you, just notice them. Find your foundation, press down a little bit more so that you really do arrive, anchoring yourself in to this body, this moment, this time. And for some of us, naturally the eyelids want to drop. Others, just take your gaze down towards the ground. You don't have to have your eyes closed at all. Before we go or do anything or anywhere, let's just notice the breath. We're not trying to change it, we're just curious. How does the breath feel this morning? This Monday morning with the sun shining? And just that simple act of turning your awareness to your breath is usually the only cue that your breath needs to let it start to deepen. Perhaps you'll naturally drop into Ujjayi breath. You're breathing through the nose. There's a gentle contraction of the muscles of the throat so that you can hear and feel the breath. Not forcing it into some kind of Darth Vader snore sound, but there is a subtle, vibrational, audible sound. So we have no idea what our day holds. We've got some idea of structure, but we don't really know the ins and outs of what will unfold today. We never do. But we can help our steerage, we can help our journey with our breath. Every time we come back to this nice calm, deep inhalation, deep exhalation, we're giving our body the opportunity to regulate itself, to stay calm, whatever unfolds. Gently press the tongue up into the roof of your mouth. And expand your sense of hearing. Stretch your sense of hearing out as far as you can. Notice the furthest sounds that you can trace. And then bringing your sense of hearing in close to notice the sounds of your own body, your breath, your heart, your digestion. Tuning inwards. And as you breathe in, notice a sensation of lightness in the body. Almost like the subtlest levitation as you inhale. And as you exhale, notice the weight, the heaviness of your body. as you dissolve down into the earth. And then just see if you can find the simultaneous lightness and weight at the same time, both coexisting together in your body. So we don't know what the day will hold, we don't know what's going to unfold in the next minute, the next second. But we do always have choice as to how we consciously respond. We have this amazing part of our brain, the prefrontal cortex, that gives us capacity to rationalize, to philosophize, contextualize. It's like the Mohican at the top of the brain. And as we practice our deep breath, we are fortifying the cerebral cortex, building muscle strength in our capacity to choose our response. So let's take our next inhale down into our heart space. And exhale from here. Inhaling to your heart space. And exhaling from here. It's almost as if the heart itself is breathing or being breathed by life. In this world of polarities, choices, either or options, we tend to have a choice in every moment of whether we turn away from a feeling and harden our hearts to protect ourselves, to defend ourselves, or whether we choose to feel the feeling, experience the feeling, and stay soft in our heart, stay open in our heart. There's always that choice. It does take some courage not to harden. So perhaps this Monday, as we breathe into our hearts, we can bring an intention not to harden. How would it be this week if we were to stay in the softest part of our hearts, cradling all our neurosis, our self-doubt, our worries, our fears in the softest part of our heart. Feeling that softness spread out across the shoulders and the collar. We'll take some circles, so bringing right ear down to right shoulder. Exhaling as the chin drops slowly down to chest. Left ear to left shoulder. And coming up and over. And there's no wrong way to circle. You're trying to create space as you move. You can adapt it as you go, switching sides, left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder, and up and over. Finding your way back to neutral and starting to circle your shoulders. Noticing it all. Hearing it all. Maybe the elbows join in. Always nice to have a little yawn. Maybe the arms join in. And then laying your hands down. Depending on the position you're sitting in, maybe circling your heart. Or maybe just rocking your heart forwards and back. We're just inviting the heart to guide the movement. And then changing direction. And then coming back to center. Breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your nose. Where's the ease? Which one of those is the place where you want to hang out the most, or do they both feel equal? Finding this space between the breaths. Hold at the end of the inhale where the lungs are full. How does it feel to rest here? A suspended moment. And then at the end of the exhale, how does it feel to rest there? Moving into a square breath practice, so you'll choose your count of inhale and exhale and hold, but just try to equalize them so they're the same length as one another. You're going to inhale as you move your awareness from your right hip up to your right shoulder. For the same length of time, you'll travel across from right shoulder to left, holding with your lungs full. As you exhale, you'll move from left shoulder down to left hip, same length of time. And then you'll hold as you travel from left hip across to right hip. So usually we start off at a count of 4. That's usually a good place to go. A count of 6 is like the best breath ratio you can do. So maybe you go for 5, but work it out as you go. You'll feel into it. There's 4 stages and each stage is the same length. So let's start with an exhale. I'm not going to count you. You can practice this according to your count. And begin with your inhale, moving up the right hand side of your body. Holding as you travel across, lungs are full. Exhaling as you travel down the left hand side of your body. And holding with the lungs empty as you travel along the base. Perfect equilibrium. All 4 stages of the breath balancing together. Moving across into a Viloma breath practice. So we're practicing Viloma for calm. And we can reverse this process and it will give you an energy boost. But the calm version, 1 long inhale. Exhale, split into 3. First part of the exhale comes from the collarbones. Second part comes from the lower ribs. Third part comes from the belly. Can be helpful to bring your hands up if that helps you connect in with your body. So the first part of the exhale is from the ribs, the collar. You might just tap along your collar. In fact, tapping along your collar is always a really great idea. Body loves it. It's another little tip for middle of the day tea break unwinding, just tapping along the collarbone. And second part, lower ribs, maybe moving your hands down, maybe not. And third part, belly. You need a nice, good Buddha belly for that. Okay, and so we'll begin. I'll talk through 3 rounds and then leave you to practice at your ratio. So all together, let's start with an exhale. Nice long inhale. Exhale 1 from the collarbones. Exhale 2 from the lower ribs. Exhale 3 from the belly. Long inhale. Exhale 1, the collarbones. Exhale 2, the lower ribs. Exhale 3, the belly. Long inhale. Exhale 1, exhale 2, exhale 3, at your own pace. Letting the breath practice dissolve into a natural, easy breath. Softening the corners of the lips, the corners of the eyes. Recalling some things that you're grateful for in this moment. A little bit of a bathe in gladness, thankfulness. So we do not know what today holds or what this week will bring. We don't know what's going to happen in the very next second. But we do know we have a choice in how we respond. And we can actively choose to stay in the softness of our hearts. to allow the feelings to be felt and allow the vulnerability of feeling it all to be our superpower. And bringing hands to heart, laying chin to chest. And closing our practice with the little prayer we say to one and each of us. The love inside of me sees the love inside of you. Thank you for coming, everybody.